Yo, 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 what
Yo,
is
yo,
good?
yo, yo, yo.
Let's
Salute to
go!
everybody already in the building and everybody pulling up. Welcome to a fresh episode of Raiders Unfiltered. We are your hosts. I am Jay Raider alongside the twins over here. I don't know the twins. But got the peoples in the building, Raider Wild and Raider Primos.
Salute,
Pulling
salute,
up
salute.
and tapping in. You already know what
Oh,
time it is. Make sure, if you guys haven't done so already, hit that like, hit that subscribe button on all three channels you see up here.
Pa, 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 pa.
Hey, what's wrong with you if you don't? No, I'm just kidding. But it really does help to go ahead and support the shows and grow the shows and get it out to the YouTube universe. We appreciate you guys tapping in with us, rocking with us on this Monday night. All right, y'all. We got a pretty action-packed show for y'all. We got quite a bit to go ahead and kind of unpack today. A lot of things happening over the week and the weekend, and then today. So a lot of shit going down, and then we have our next game coming up in the matter of days, and our boys are already on the plane, or I don't know. I think they're taking the bus. I don't even know.
I think they landed already.
Yeah, I think they
Okay,
landed already.
they should be on the plane. Don't be taking no bus.
They're
dog.
probably in the
If I can get
hotel
there
room already.
I was about
by
to say a
fucking
bus.
next Tuesday and shit at this
Yeah.
point.
This
Let's
man
not
said a
take the
bus.
jet, dog.
I'm
Spin a
like,
little.
what we
Take
in
the
the
jet.
'60s?
No, and the crazy, this is how
What are you,
bad
John
my Raider
Madden?
fandom is. I was tracking the team plane, bro.
Like, what are you, John Madden? Well, see here. Well, you go here and then go there. I don't know. I can't do it. John Madden voice. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it, y'all. Again, I appreciate you guys tapping in and rock with us on this Monday night. All right, let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Let's go over the Raider news and notes, y'all. So again, a lot to go ahead and cover today. I'm gonna go ahead and start off. Oops, hold on. Where's my trying to pull up my notes here? All right. What's on my? Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong one. Damn. All right. So we had a couple things going down. Again over the weekend. We're gonna go ahead and cover that first. We're gonna go over the few signings that we had. Okay. Oh, it decided to lock me out right now. All right. Hold on 1 second, y'all. There we go. All right, so Raiders had a couple of signings over the weekend. Raiders went out and got themselves a defensive tackle, y'all. They got themselves a Foley Fatsasu. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. I'm pretty sure. I'm terrible with names, so don't judge me. All right, but let me go ahead and pull that up, and then shout out to our guy Raiders Resistance. If you don't follow Raiders Resistance, you're fired. I'm just kidding. No, but still come in for the stream. All right, Raiders go ahead and officially sign former Jets defensive tackle Foley Fatsukasi. And this guy, he's what about 6'5",
315,
320,
baby.
315,
That big
320
sugar
around that
daddy.
range. Around that range. A
Mm.
big dude. So this is, I don't know if necessarily you would call this person a starter, but definitely some depth in that position. Something we really didn't address a whole lot earlier in this off season. So I think this is a good added signage to our roster. Um, and then let me go ahead and pull up the other one real quick, and then Rays go out and get themselves a wide receiver. They go out and get themselves a former Commanders wide receiver Noah Brown, a vet to go ahead and add again, from my opinion, add some more depth to this room. I don't know. Maybe y'all can disagree or agree with me. I don't know. But for me, I feel like this guy is going to be a depth piece. But those are some of the transactions that kind of happened over the weekend. Some signings that kind of went down before I go ahead and get you guys' opinion on it, let me go ahead and do a quick roll call again. Appreciate you guys pulling up and tapping in with us. Let me go ahead and hit up the chat real quick because we got some people just right now pulling up as we speak. Shout out to my guy Gunsmoke in the building. What is good, my guy? Oh shit! Look at who! Look at who here, man. My guy. I haven't seen you in a mad minute. Shout out to Tony Chef in the building. Salute, brother. Hey, man. Thank you for pulling up.
Ooh, Tony.
Welcome back, brother. Shout out to my guy Machiavelli in this. You already know. Part of that B2B team. Check out my guys. Machiavelli, Trey Majors, Raiders AQ, and then you already know my guy Mike and run down through the show once some breakdowns every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So make sure you guys tap in to the fellas as they do really good breakdown. So make sure you guys go ahead and tap into my guys. Shout out to Tan and Jack in the building. Another one. Damn, they're coming out of the woodworks. I love it. I love it. Hey, man, welcome back, brother. I haven't seen you in a mad minute. Shout out to my guy, Troy Gill in the building. What is good? Salute to you, brother. Noda Bot in the building. Salute, man. Good evening. Thank you for pulling up and tapping in. And I hope all y'all already at the crib because, man, it's late already. But if you guys are doing the night shift, I hope this helps to go ahead and make it go by a little bit faster. Again, thank you guys for tapping in. All right. So getting back to those signings, what are you guys' thoughts? I'm gonna go with Primos. What are your thoughts with the signing of Foley and then Noah Brown?
Foley doesn't come as a shocker to me. You go to that first preseason game, we really struggled at getting pressure on the quarterback, and it started with our interior defense. You can even put Tonka Hemingway up there too. The entire defensive tackle room. It was very disappointing seeing the pressure. So them adding another depth piece to that, it's just bringing another guy to hopefully spark a room that can. We talked about the interior pressure. We need to get interior pressure on the quarterback. So hopefully he can be a good rotational piece to that room. And as far as Noah Brown, doesn't really move the needle for me. I'm kind of looking at him like a better version of Philip Dorsett, and we kind of seen how that kind of played out in with Aiden O'Connell against the Cardinals. So I think this is just another wide receiver we're bringing in that's probably going to be just a better Philip Dorsett. I don't see him really making the roster, but if need be, maybe he could be on the practice squad, or injuries happen. Could he be finding his way back onto this team come this week one? We never know, but yeah, it doesn't really move the needle for me with Noah Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let us know.
Next. I mean, like, bro, it's just like Primo said, bro. These guys don't move the needle anywhere for us. I'd be like, Noah Brown. I'm like, Noah who? I'm like, who is this guy? Then, hey, you know what? Yeah, we are having trouble in the interior line. So what do? You bring in another war daddy, bro. 6'4", 315 pounds. Let's see what he can do. Maybe he can make a tackle or two. We've missed a ton of tackles in the interior defensive line. And that's just for me. Either it's going to be a depth piece or it's going to be a scouting piece, right? This is where like a lot of teams bring in like a former like a vet from that team that just came. Hey, man, so what are they doing? Make us look a little bit better in the preseason. Because God knows, bro, we couldn't stop anybody in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for damn sure, yo. That defense was not looking great, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it in just a bit. But before we do, let me go ahead and go on to some other Raider news and notes. Let me go ahead and go through the cap notes for today. So I thought I had that pulled up. Let me go pull that up. Let's see here. So Kirk Cousins had a great day. Motherfuckers was ripping it in the red zone, serving up supposedly dimes. I don't know about that, but he was definitely converting in the red zone. He had 5 tutties today. connecting with like Brock Bowers and then Trey Tucker as well. And hold on, let me go through my notes. Okay, so he connected with Brock Bowers, two to Bowers, two to Naylor, and one to Mayer, and then he did get picked off in
One
the
time.
2 minute drill by Isaiah Paul. So and that's trying to go ahead and take a shot in the end zone, apparently with very little time left. And then I got some of the I think I had the Teddy to Brock Bowers. So let me go ahead and play that real quick. There we go. This is all right. There you go. This is Brock Bowers connecting to Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers connecting to Brock Bowers. Gosh,
It's Kirk Cousins
He threw
connecting to
it
Brock Bowers,
himself.
bro.
I was like, God damn, that motherfucker bad.
Bro, he's a beast, bro. It wouldn't even
He's
shock
like-
me if he
There
did
you
He's
that.
go.
like, Kirko, I don't even need you to throw me the ball. I'll throw it to myself.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
All right, let me pull that up. There we go. There you go.
Mhm.
Nice. So, bro, I said fucking Kirko and fucking Brock. There you go. So that's one that he connected earlier today with our boy, man, and that looking good, y'all. And then you had your boy Fernando as well. He had a little bit less productive day than Kirk. He only had 2 touchdowns for today, and for him, he was able to go ahead and connect with Mike Washington on a rollout, and then our guy Malik Benson on a slant. He did get a pass broken up by Dalton Johnson, and then he did he did have an incomplete pass that kind of fell short on the goal line to Brandon Johnson. But he did have a good clean 2 minute drill, and then he set up Matt Gay for a field goal. So that's a little bit on Fernando. On the other news as well, Ikazaya Maestas ran with the twos today, and Jermon McCoy ran with the threes today. So I don't know what that kind of necessarily stems from. If it's that they want to go ahead and just put masses to go ahead and maybe run with guys a little bit lesser caliber, maybe fix some of the stuff that we saw on Thursday. Same thing for Jamad. Since he ran with the threes, he did not look good out there. He did not look good. So I don't know if that. I feel that it's a little bit more because of that, because he didn't have a good outing on Thursday. So that might make more sense. But and then Porter ran with the ones all practice opposite of Stokes, so he was getting burned at with the ones. So and Porter did decent. He did get beat in one play, but that was a tough play that he did go ahead and get beat on Thursday on the back of the end zone. So I don't know if that's solely on him. You can also put that on Paul Mal that kind of missed on the coverage a little bit. Um, I don't have the exact footage of that touchdown, but there was on the view, there is a moment where kind of Isaiah goes towards the guy in front of him instead of the guy in back of him that Porter's covering to go ahead and help that out. But he decided to go ahead and stick with the guy in front of him. So, and then that's how Porter got cooked on that one. But let's go ahead and kind of get to the main thing here. And this just happened today. JPJ goes down during practice and he does not return. So with JPJ, he was alternating, he was rotating with Caleb Rogers with the ones, and then at some point an injury happened and he went down. He was able to go ahead and get up on his own power, but then he walked off the field, walked inside, and just did not return. After that, Caleb Rogers took all the reps with the ones. After that, since he did not return, But I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to go ahead and ask you guys this. Is this a cause of concern for JPJ? We know we've
Yes.
had issues. We don't. Hold on. Dial it back in the barn, dog.
Well, I'm about to dong you.
We
Hurry
don't-
up.
Hit you with
we
the
don't know.
dung right
Hold-
away, bro.
I know. He's like, yes, it is. I'm like, wait, hold on, bro. Get off my head. But I don't know if we don't know what type of injury. They didn't disclose what type of injury it was or stinger or whatever. So it could be maybe maybe not his head. Could be his head. We don't know. We don't know. So and we don't know how that's gonna unfold for the rest of the week because tomorrow they start their joint practice or their scrimmage with the Houston Texans. So does he participate in that, or he's going to be excluded out until Thursday? What we don't know the plan exactly that's going to be behind that. So, what are y'all thoughts on JPJ? Is this a cause of concern? All right, well,
Yeah,
release the
go ahead, Will.
hounds. Go ahead, man.
No, bro. I'm like, is it a cause for concern? Absolutely. If we're looking at JPJ's track record, availability is the biggest issue that JPJ has. Being available. I'd be like him being injured, being concussion prone, etc., is a big freaking negative on him right now. Especially when you're in a position battle. Bro, Caleb Rogers or freaking he looks real. He looks for real. And I'll be like, hey man, they're sharing reps already. Him going into injury. And I'll be like, for me, I'm like, now what is it, right? Is it his head? Is it a concussion? Is it his hand? Is it his hips? I don't know. But at the end of the day, if you're asking if it's a true, like for me, is it a concern? Absolutely. Because you've seen that this kid does not have the ability to stay healthy all season long. So when you don't have that ability to stay healthy on the offensive line, that to me is a concern because continuity problems, etc. All those things, man. So when you look at this, yes, cause for concern. Now, am I turning the red light and saying, oh, JPJ's career is over, he's done with this team? No. We have to figure out what the injury is first. It could have been like a light hamstring pull. It could have been something that he slammed his hand. It could have been something simple as that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if it is a concussion, then I am concerned.
Okay. Primos, what are your thoughts
on?
What are your let me ask you guys because it wasn't just JPJ, but what are you guys' thoughts so far on the camp notes? But is there really a cause for concern for JPJ going down again? What are your thoughts on that?
There's a cause for concern, just like Will said. It's just the availability. Now, for me, yes, we don't know the injury is, but my concern is same as with Dante Thornton. You're in a position battle. The worst thing that can happen to you is not being available, especially when you got guys like Caleb Rogers. And I'm guaranteed the Raiders are going to figure it out very fast that Jordan Meredith needs to be at the right guard position and not at the center position. So you already got
you just made 805 night, bro.
you got two guys already that likely could take his job if he's not out there playing. So again, we don't know what the injury is, but it is if you are in the JPJ camp right now, you are concerned about him going down. Now, hopefully, he can get right. We don't know if he traveled with the team today, so hopefully he can get right. Hopefully, maybe he might miss the joint practice tomorrow, but hopefully he can get ready for game time on Thursday because that's one thing you want to put on tape is some good game film, and he had a good outing Thursday, so I wouldn't be shocked if he has another one come this Thursday. But again, if he's out for that game, big cause for concern for JPJ.
Oh yeah, for sure. For me, there definitely should be some concern. What type of injury is there? What was it? Was it a stinger? How severe is it? All that, all those questions are very valid. Hopefully, we get to find out. Hopefully, it's nothing. It's nothing major, and we can go ahead and just chalk it up to like a stinger type of thing. But if it's something more more progressive, more severe, then how's that going to impact for the rest of the preseason? How long would he be out? All that stuff, accumulates and takes effect. Because that's less time that he can go ahead and get prepared for the regular season, right? So, um, this is something where he's battled concussion injuries throughout his career since the collegiate level, and then I've been a big proponent. Wear the fucking goddamn guardian cap, bro. Wear the condom on your head. Who gives a shit? I'll fucking stick a goddamn Raiders fucking shield on that shit. They'll do it for you, bro. It'll look cool. To protect your head, man. Not just for us,
Man.
for the team, for yourself, man.
Yeah.
It's gnarly, man. Dudes they change, taking too many concussions to the head. So, um, you know, it, the thing with the whole being injured thing is obviously you're only good at your best ability is your availability, right? So
Yep.
that's what the
Yes.
proponent what people say, right? And so, yeah, if he's not available, if he goes down again, I mean, what does that say? I mean, you might not see JPJ potentially with this team come next year, or maybe before the deadline. They could decide to go ahead and like move on from him. I would not straight up. I would definitely not cut him because he's definitely a commodity, because there might be a team who is probably in a worse position with their offensive line that can use a guy like JPJ. So definitely there's a lot of value in him. But at the same time, too, this might be a situation where they might think twice about that. But sorry,
Yeah.
my kids are running crazy right now. Okay, this is what happens when I have to wait for Will.
What, shouldn't they be in bed right now, bro? Shouldn't they be in bed right now?
No, it's 9:30, dog. These kids don't go to sleep to goddamn fucking the witching hour, bro. That's why. You hear them? You know? That says in itself, bro.
Send them kids to
But yeah,
school.
I wish, bro. I'm just counting down the days at this point. But yeah, I mean, with the whole JPJ thing, honestly, hopefully it's nothing major. I haven't heard uh anything further than that, and I don't know if they're
Yeah.
gonna necessarily disclose that. So, but that's kind of where we're at with GPA. Obviously, we're gonna go ahead and continue to monitor it as
Yeah.
the week goes on, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of where we're at with JPJ. So definitely something to go ahead and place I'm concerned about. Real quick before I go ahead and go any further. Let me go ahead and tap in back with the chat again. Appreciate you guys pulling up and tapping in. Shout out to my guy Hugh P in the building. What is good, my guy? Salute, salute. Shout out to 805 in the building. He says, "Don't you worry. Last time I checked, we got the Adam Butler. What is going on, my guy? Salute. Hey, and if you guys missed it on Saturday, make sure you guys go ahead and check out the episode of Good Morning Raiders that I did with my guy 805. We fucking broke down
That was a
that
fire
Thursday
show.
game. Like, we broke
That
down
was a
that Thursday
fire
game
show.
from top to bottom, left to right, inside and out. And
That
then
made my work
805
shift go by so fast.
Hey, and then 805 went to work on Sunday, bro, and really dissected that shit. By the time
Yeah.
he was done, man, there was nothing left of that game that was not touched, bro. So shout out to 805, man, the best in the business when it comes to breaking down film, man. So salute to my guy. Shout out to Rorschach Raid in the building. One of my mods here at Just Raiders. Appreciate you tapping in. Salute, salute. Let's see here. I got Tanner Jack. Shout out to Cool Kev in the building. What is good, my guy? Appreciate you tapping in. Let's see here. Shout out to Raider Nation 24. What's up? Got some sad news. I had multiple seizures today. So we're back in the hospital. Little man is really going through it. Needs hey, man.
And prayers,
Nothing
man.
but loves and
Prayers,
prayers to him, man. I hope he gets better, brother, for sure, man. We are here for you,
Yes.
and I thank you for pulling up and joining us this evening, man. So hopefully we can, at least take your mind away for a little while, man, and make you. Hopefully that we can make you laugh. Hopefully, I don't know. I'll try. I'm not that great at it. So shout out to my brother Marcus Banks in the building. One of my members here at Just Raiders. Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Haven't seen
Yeah.
you in a minute. Thank you for tapping in and rocking with us. Football season is almost here, so I appreciate you pulling up. Salute. Let me see here. Oh shit, you already know my guy 805. He on that. All right. I did it. I went on the other side, bro. I went on the flip side. The sticky of the ickiest is the one. The Mokes is not first, bro. I don't know what.
He's
What
first in
channel
my
you
chat.
watching? Oh, okay, all right, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we already been out for a half hour. I'm like, that was like
Actually, no,
was
he
like
was
5
not
minutes
first in my
ago.
chat. Never mind. Sorry, Demote, you were not first in my chat.
That was like 5 minutes ago. It's like
Yeah.
9:31 my time, bro.
Oh shit.
9:36. I'm like, what? That's all good, brother. Hey, thank you for pulling up, man. We appreciate you rocking with us on this Monday night. All right, man. So let's go ahead and kind of recap a little bit of that Thursday night game. Raiders versus Cardinals. Recap. I'm gonna go ahead and do the quick box score. I didn't get to do the box score on Thursday. I forgot. But let's go ahead and do
It's
that
preseason for
now.
you, Jay. It's okay.
Hey man, I gotta get the rust off, dog. So bear with me. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding, bro. I gotta get the rust off too. So there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and just kind of go over. And I'm sorry to go ahead and make everybody relive this, but there's a point to this eventually.
Okay.
So 27-14 was the final score. We came out hot and dirty on that opening drive, took the lead, and obviously, they caught up, and it was kind of defensive disaster after that. We had a little, we had some good points, but it just did not look good defensively. Total yards, we had 317 total yards. 214 in the air, 103 on the ground.
We had 103 yards on the ground.
We had 103 yards on the ground, and like majority of that is fucking Mike Washington's 60-yard run, dog.
Bro, but
That was
Jay,
a chunk of it, bro. That was a chunk of it.
you know what we averaged last year? 77 yards a game.
Wow.
That's what we averaged last year.
You
Rushing.
telling me Mike Washington got half of that, over half of that
Yeah,
in one run?
that was like what 58 yards, and then he had another big carry. I'll go over his stats in a bit, but like then he had another carry, so like his is like the chunk of it, bro. And then you had Genty, do some. He had a couple carries as well, but then you had everybody. You had Lobby and so on and so forth. So, but yeah, it's Mike Washington mostly here, bro. So that's crazy. 16 first down to 23. We converted on half of our third downs. Seven out of 14. Fourth down conversions were just 1 of 3. We ran 56 total plays to 68. We're tied on sacks. We're 2 sacks apiece, punted 3 times. And this is what kind of killed us. And shout out to Jeff. He was the one that kind of also pointed this out on Thursday, and he's kind of been talking about it. He has a great point. Shout out to my guy. We had 8 penalties for 75 yards, man, and some of these penalties are fucking dumb. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They're fucking dumb. Like
They are.
punching the ball away, tripping. Like the fuck is that? Like, bro, this is not the UFC. I know the UFC is in Vegas, it's down the street, but you're not supposed to practice it on the football field, bro. Like that's what they got gyms for. But yeah, there's some dumb penalties there. Time of possession, we didn't do a whole lot good in the time possession. They did beat us 34 minutes to 25. We had 43 tackles to 30. We didn't make any field goals, like field goal actual attempts, and then we were 2 out of 3 in the red zone. Player stats. So for us, again, our guy Fernando Mendoza, 10 to 16, 97 yards. He had a quarterback rating of 100.3, 1 touchdown, 1 sack. Kirk Cotrane's 5 out of 6, 50 yards, 1 tutty, quarterback rating of 141, and then Mr. AOC, Aiden O'Connell, 413,
Ugh.
85 yards, one sack, 55 percent quarterback rating. Rushing wise, we had our guy Mike Washington leading the charge, 6 carries, 63 yards. He averaged about 10.5 per clip. And then you have Ashton Genty with 3 carries, 16 yards, 5.3 per clip. Then you had Dylan Lobby, 5 for 11, 2.2 per clip. Roman Hembley, 3 for 7 for 2.3. And then they have Fernando, and we'll talk about Fernando in a bit about that. He had 2 carries for 6 yards on that. Receiving, EJ Williams um, had the most yardage. He had one big catch for 41 yards. He had 2 targets on Thursday. Malik Benson had 2 receptions for 26 yards. He had 4 targets. Jack Besh had 3 receptions, 25 yards, 1 tutty, and 3 targets in that game. Trey Tucker had 2 receptions for 21 yards, two targets, and then you had Cedric Jackson with 1 reception, 19 yards, and 2 targets. Same thing for Big Mike Mayer, 2 receptions, 19 yards, and then 2 targets for one of them being a tutty. Then you got Brandon Johnson, 1 target, 14 yards, 1 target. I'm sorry, 1 reception, 14 yards, and 1 target. And then Dylan Lobby, 1 reception, 14 yards with 1 target. Philip Dorsett, for whatever reason, he had a lot of burn. He had 1 reception, 13 yards, and 6 targets. I think he has the most targets from that game. Then you have Chase Roberts, 1 reception for 12 yards, 2 targets. Dareke Young, 1 reception, 10 yards, 1 target. And then Alberto, 1 reception, 6 yards, two targets. Same thing for Devin Tompkins, Ian Thomas. Same thing, just with 1 target. Mike Washington just had 1 target. And same thing for Aston Genty. On the flip side of the ball, we had Greedy Vance leading the charge, 4 tackles. He had 8 tackles, 2 assists. Patrick Johnson had 4 tackles, 1 assist, 1 sack in the game. Tommy Eichenberg, he had 4 tackles. Zeke Mastis, 3 tackles for 2 assists. And then you had Teron Johnson, 2 tackles. Same thing for Jeremy Chin, 2 tackles, 1 assist. Same for Quay Walker, Brendan Jackson, Cody Lindenberg, two tackles, 2 assists on that. Our guy, Cian Sloan, Kian. I've been saying his name wrong the whole time. Kian Sloan, 2 tackles, 1 assist, 1 big sack. So, hey, man, that is the guy you need to go ahead and keep an eye out for. Kian Sloan. He's doing big things. And I feel he's going to be a guy who could definitely make the 53 for sure. We'll talk about that in a bit. Segun I can't pronounce his last name. Not going to try. 2 tackles, 1 assist. 2 tackles for Devin Perkins. Buddy Johnson, 1 for 1. Caleb Olford, 1 tackle. Stukes had 1 tackle, 2 assists. And then Nakobe Dean was 1 for 1. And then Eric Stokes had 1 tackle. Same for Dalton Johnson, 1 tackle, 2 assists. Jermon McCoy and JJ Pegues had 1 tackle apiece. All right. So there you have it. Let me ask you guys this. What were your thoughts on the first half? You know, we saw that opening drive by Kirk connecting to Brock. And then after that, defensively, like I said, we didn't look a whole good out there. What are you guys' thoughts on that entire first half? And I'll go with Primos.
First half, I mean, Kirk Cousins opening drive. I mean, it looked like him and Clint Kubiak. They didn't even lose a step. I think Kirk talked about it, that it seemed to be fluid between him and Clint. It seems like they know exactly what they want to do. They have that relationship. And it showed on that opening drive. They went up and down the field. I didn't need to see anything else after that touchdown opening drive. And then on the flip side of that, the starting defense, our corners, our secondary, like I get the play calling is vanilla, but just giving up too much space to the opposing wide receivers and really letting them have their way. And then it ended it with the Marvin Harrison Jr. touchdown. I gave Darian Porter a lot of criticism on that, but after looking back at the film, I seen what 805 was talking about. Isaiah Palomalo should have been at least in the way of the throwing lane to Marvin Harrison Jr. And for what, and he actually just let Marvin Harrison Jr. run right by him. Like he seen him run right by him, and he did nothing but stay close to the flat. So I think the secondary definitely needs some work. Hopefully, now that they got some actual game time film, they'll clean that up. And then going into Fernando Mendoza's performance, he played like a rookie. I expected growing pains, but he made some throws out there that I did not expect a rookie to make. Talking about there's 2 throws to Benson. I think it was the 2 catches that Benson made of the night that were just perfect, like right on the money. But then there was times that you've seen him playing like a rookie, holding the ball too long in the red zone, having to eat a sack when none of his reads were open. And, and on one play trying to do too much and taking a really bad hit to his back. I believe it was like in the middle of the field. And that scared me because I'm like, you don't want to mess around with those back hits. Positive necessary. But his performance,
back shots,
those back shots would be
freaking terrible.
But no, in all seriousness,
hey,
he had a clean game. He had a clean game, and I don't know what else to call that hit, but it was a really bad hit for him to take. But the defense just continued to struggle though in that first half. It didn't matter if it was the first string, the second string. Gardner Minshew and Jacoby Brissett just had their way with our defense. They could run the football on us. They could pass the football on us. It just did not matter. That defense is really, really suspect in my eyes. I know it's the first preseason game, overreacting. I get it was vanilla, but got to do better. Got to tighten up on defense.
Gotcha. Well, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Bro, on the first half, like our offense is exactly what we expected, right? We go out there, it was efficient. It looked at it's moving up and down the field. Defensively, we struggled. After that, man, it was just like, what are we doing, right? Like, we're literally can't handle it, and we were like, bro, offensively, we are at where we all expected to be at with this team. Let's be honest, bro. Everything looks great. It almost looks like the 2020 Las Vegas Raiders, 2020-2024 team, where your offense is really, really good and your defense just can't stop anybody. But again, we're going and saying, hey, I'm not going to sit here and say freaking our DC's freaking too vanilla, this or that. Bro, it's the fucking preseason. Every single year we say the same thing. Oh, our defense is too vanilla. We need to be more exotic in the preseason. In the preseason, bro. we come on, bro. Come on. Like, these guys are barely figuring out how to fucking tie their shoes out there, some of them, and how to freaking play the coverage exactly the way that these guys want them to. You're going to make mistakes. There's going to be all these things. That's why it's the preseason. But the first half, man, hey, our team offensively looks like what it should look like, right? We're competitive. We're going to fight. We're going to make mistakes. And guess what? At the end of the day, bro, if our offense can't pull us through, our defense won't be able to pull us through very many games. That's why we all said 6 games. I'll be like, tell me what other guy.
6 games if we're lucky, bro. 6 games if we're lucky. Not even like we're gonna hit 6 games. And like if we're lucky, if we look decent, we look cool, we look competent, then we fuck around with 6.
You have to win some games that we're not supposed
even that, bro. You know me. I'm not gonna fucking put a number in that shit. Not this year. Next year,
you go. So I mean, like at the end of the day, when you guys are talking about it, I mean, like first half should be expected as we expected, right? Offensively, we look great. fucking Fernando Mendoza, like you guys said. I'm not going to call him the godsend, and all these people are going to say, "Oh God, did you see? He looked so fantastic against those number twos, and he was throwing strikes, and he was doing this." And then some people at the very end were like, "Oh," and it's crazy to me how divided Raider Nation is. Let me ask you guys on this: how many times have you guys heard Fernando Mendoza is either the godsend or Fernando Mendoza is not the guy that should have been drafted at number one?
Yeah, it's not any in the middle.
Bro, we can never agree anything as Raider Nation. So you know what, bro? I think it was a good first half. I think in the second half is when we sputtered and we really saw the difference, when we saw the difference at quarterback and the difference in talent.
Yeah, we can get to the second half. Don't jump the line, dog. Don't jump the line.
Hit the
Don't
gong.
the line.
Hey, bro, I'm always all over the place.
There you go. See, you got the gong because of that. Damn it. Don't jump the line. Honestly, man, I mean, the first half we looked okay. We looked cool. Offensively, we look cool. There were some things that I saw as far as like Fernando's concerned. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it in a sec. Actually, I can go ahead and start segueing into it right now on this. But outside of him, we saw what Kirk can do. He was efficient. He led the charge. He was very precise. Like we've said in the past, we don't need him to go ahead and air it like 60 yards down the field. I don't see that's gonna go ahead and happen with like a 38, 39-year-old Kirk Cousins. The arm is not there. It's not what it used to be. So we're gonna see dink and doinks. We'll see it push maybe like 15, 20 yards, but we're not going to see always that deep ball unless somebody's like completely open. And even that, I don't think it's going to be a 60-yard bomb,
He's going to throw his arm out.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be like, oh, that's it. He's going to have the Derek Carr, bro, syndrome. It's like, or the fucking Drew Brees syndrome. And he's going to be like, oh, my fucking, my arm's linguini, bro. So we don't need him to do that. We just need him to be out there, be a leader, command the offense, be confident, and we know that this team is going to be a run first team, and I think we have good pieces. Obviously, we saw what Mike Washington can do. He had a fucking big ass run, and so that's kind of like a preview of things to come, in my opinion, with Mike Washington, because he had great vision, surprisingly, and I had to eat crow, bro, because I've said he's a one cut type of guy, and that dude did multiple cuts as Seth Darnold, motherfucker, for that 60-yard run. So he cooked people, bro. Yes, it was with the twos, or threes, or kind of like a missed batch. But I mean, he still had great vision. He still looked good. So for him, obviously, he needs more tests. But as far as defensively, there was quite a bit of mistakes. Guys just missing not doing the fundamentals. Zeke Mass is missing tackles. Jermon McCoy just not having. He's definitely. I don't want to say the word ring rest, but I think this is kind of appropriate, even though he's not in the ring. Field rest, if you want to call it. Got picked on multiple plays, and it's basically him not looking back at the ball, not really playing the ball like that. Those are little things that eventually he's going to clean up again. The guy hasn't played in almost 18 months. It's things like that are going to happen. On top of that, he's a rookie. First time seeing guys at this level, at this speed. It's whole different other. This is a whole different other beast playing at this level, at the highest level. So, for him, it's gonna take him a while to kind of get his bearings, but at least with Jermod, I know we have a guy that can eventually maybe be a rotational piece. Right now, he's deaf, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. It's gonna take him some time, so not too worried right there. But let's talk about a little bit about Fernando's performance versus the Cardinals. Overall, I think he had a pretty good showing. There was little things that I noticed that he kind of did, and those are kind of rookie tendencies. And shout out to 85 who's in the chat. He pointed out even more But the one that I noticed off the bat is just that he was quick to go ahead and run with the ball. You take off, right? But the thing that really got me and was really like making me fucking sweat was the fact that he went head first into these tackles.
Oh
He did
yeah.
not slide. He did not use that slide method. And I understand maybe he wants to go ahead and show out his toughness and whatnot to the naysayers or whatever his mindset was to do that. I definitely I hope, and if he ever sees a clip on his YouTube stream that bleeps up and this gets clipped, bro, use the fucking slide method. We do not need you to get concussed or hurt or anything broken. Just slide, man. I mean, there's no shame. That's what it's there for a player to go ahead and down themselves, and not get that hit, And so he needs to kind of start utilizing that. One thing that 805 pointed out, he's too quick to go ahead and just run off the ball. He didn't really fully complete all his progressions on a pressure. And I think that's just kind of tendency that he had doing at Indiana. Just like if he feels that pressure starting to come and there's a lane open, he's quick to just to go ahead and exit out of there instead of either rolling to his right or rolling to his left or pushing up on the pocket. And again, those are little things that you will learn at this level because he's just not used to it at that collegiate level. It's just you're just like, hey, pressure's coming. I'm gone. I
Yeah.
got the lead. Let me go. I'll run, 15, 20 yards downfield. At this level, guys close on you quick. So that 15, 20, or 10 yards you might think you're going to get, you're probably going to get like 5. You're probably going to get like 8 yards, maybe 10 if you're lucky, right? It just depends.
Yep.
If you get a good block, you might stretch it, but most of the time, these guys are quick. And he was going up against the twos, y'all. So imagine going up against the ones that are much faster, that will close the distance really quick, or that will beat you to probably go run, and they'll be waiting for you. So you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. So those are little things that I've noticed with Fernando. Some of the throws a little bit high, a little bit off. He did get bailed out once or twice here and there, but ultimately he was cool. Good first outing for him in the game scenario. And again, this is the first of what 3 outings that or 2 more outings that he's gonna have. So
Yeah.
definitely take advantage. Interesting to see how they're gonna go if they're gonna give him similar burn this next game, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But what are you guys' take on his performance on in this game, in this first actual like NFL game? Well, I'll go back to you, brother. What are your thoughts?
Bro, honestly, Fernando Mendoza played exactly like what I thought he would. Bro, he played like a rookie. His first freaking drive, we all saw the jitters. We all saw him feel the pressure. We all saw the speed of the game going too quickly. Bro,
Shout out to Arnie.
all rookies go through this process. People keep going, oh, yeah, there's far and few guys that make the transition flawlessly. He came in and he ran the offense efficiently. Bro, we're talking about a guy that had 100.3 QBR with the 2s and the 3s.
Yep.
Okay. He didn't go out there and just like, oh, we have all the studs. We have all the ones. Everybody's like, boom. He doesn't understand the offense. He's still learning it. Bro, this kid has come out multiple times and humbly said, hey, I'm learning. Hey, I'm getting better at this. This is a process. This is, again, bro, he went through the process. There were some plays, yeah, where he tried to escape too quickly. And tell me how many other rookies do that, though, when they've had the athletic ability to extend the pocket. One thing that he did show me with those mistakes is he does have the ability to extend plays. I mean, like, he might not be able to run, but he can extend plays and he can make plays happen in different ways, right? Like, yeah, he took a hit and yeah, he had to learn how to slide. Bro, a lot of guys have to learn how to slide when they come from college. Not a lot of guys from college, they're 6'4", 215 pounds, and they're going against middle linebackers that are half their size. When you go to the league, everybody's that size. Everybody runs a 4-4. Everybody can freaking smash you. So you're going to learn all that. All that is a process, man. At the same time that we're going to sit here and say that Fernando on some plays didn't go through his whole progression, when he had a clean pocket, there was some times where he went through all his progressions and made the right throw. So at the end of the day, man, rookie quarterback, even though he's the number 1 pick, I think he's right where he's supposed to be.
Okay, there you go. Primos, what are your thoughts?
Man, can't say it better than Will, man. I already, went into his first half performance. Second half, came out. It seemed like a different Fernando for me. Like, it seemed like the throws he was making, like, they were off target, and like you said, Jay, kind of being bailed out on those throws. And the throw that I'm really talking about is the one in the back of the end zone. I think that was Tompkins that he was trying to get it to.
I think so.
I love the fact that it's either my guy gets or nobody gets it. But when you're down in that, you want to try to really throw an accurate ball in the back of the end zone. You want to try to get 6 points. But I do like the key stat is no turnovers. I will point that out. He had no turnovers in that game, and he played deep into, like, I thought he was only going to get the second quarter, but they even put him out there in the third quarter. Having that much burn and being a rookie, and I expected maybe he was going to get killed or basically get baited into throwing a pick at some point, especially because he loves those back shoulders. He loves those comeback routes. I was thinking to myself, he's going to throw a pick at some point, and I'm expecting it because he's a rookie, and he didn't. So that's one thing that impressed me. But to your point, Jay, what I want to see get cleaned up is protect yourself, and not always just tuck and run. Okay, try to go through your progressions, buy time, but also know when to throw the football away. Now, there was times he did. There was times he knew when to throw it away. But like I was going back to that hit, if there's nothing open downfield, just throw it away, live for another down. No reason to try to risk injury, especially here in preseason game 1. That is the one time you don't want to risk any injury. So just take what the defense gets you. Again, he's a rookie. He's going to learn that. But what I love that he pointed it out in his presser is that he acknowledged it. He acknowledged that, hey, I thought I could get to the outside and beat the linebacker. And I found out very quickly that these linebackers are faster than I am. So it seems that he knows the NFL speed is faster. And I'm expecting improvement going into this week. And hopefully he doesn't make the same tendencies, the same mistakes that he made this past Thursday. Can't hear you, bro.
Sorry, I had to mute. No, I had to mute myself. I forgot to take myself mute. But real quick, before I go into the next segment, appreciate you guys pulling up and tapping in. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe on all 3 channels here. My guy Raider Primos at Raider Primos, and then Silver Black Raider Podcast for Will, and then obviously myself. It's just Raiders, baby. Again, appreciate you guys pulling up and rocking with us on this Monday night for a special Raiders Unfiltered. So thank you guys. All right, let me go ahead and pull this up. I'm gonna go ahead and we had Coach talk about Fernando's performance on that presser on the Thursday game. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys that snippet of him talking about Fernando and just kind of raising, just kind of putting something out there, and we'll talk about it and see what you guys think about that. But here's Clint Kubiak on Fernando Mendoza. Again, salute to my guy. Raiders Resistance. Make sure you guys go ahead and give my guy a follow if you're not following him on already on X and of course on Instagram. But here's Clint.
Well, he I thought he led a good scoring drive as far as getting in and out of the huddle and commanding the group and getting the play calls down. I saw the same guy that we've seen in practice. I see, an ascending player. We just got to keep getting better. Well, I thought he led a good scoring drive.
Well, the decision to name the starting quarterback for the regular season will be team-based. So my question is, how soon you feel like the team is ready to name a starting quarterback, or is this still early in the process for you?
Yeah, well, Kirk's been getting the reps with the ones. I think he's had a solid training camp, and it's his job to lose.
That's good.
There you go. So there you have it. That's Clint Kubiak on Fernando Mendoza. He said, he talks about him being an ascending player, and it's obviously capable of leading the team down the field. And he's as far as right now, he's doing, in his eyes, he's doing pretty good. And obviously, it's Kirk's job to go ahead and lose. But all intents and purposes, we kind of know that it's going to be Kirk Cousins week 1. What are your guys' thoughts on Kubiak's statement from that presser? Primo, I'm going to go back to you, my boy.
All right. I just love that we got a head coach that don't miss words. He's going to call it out as it is. And he basically said it is Kirk's job to lose. Kirk is the starter. We knew this even going to the combine, because that was their plan. Get a veteran in here. Hopefully he can take the reins until we develop our rookie quarterback until he's ready. Now talking about Fernando, he's the one calling the shots, calling the plays. And he said that he is an ascending player, getting the right calls, getting in and out of the huddle, leading them to that scoring drive. That scoring drive was impressive because let's not forget that offensive line shot us in the foot twice. I think there was 2 holding calls that pushed us back after having a good gain, and we still were able to score a touchdown. So that just shows the adversity that any adversity, Fernando's going to overcome that. So he did show quality starter quarterback traits on that drive. But it is Kirk's job to lose, unless Kirk goes out here and has a bad training camp. It seemed that lit a fire in Kirk's ass. Like he had, as you said earlier, he had 5 touchdowns today. So it is Kirk's job to lose. I think Fernando's still going to be quarterback 2 going into the season, but I would not be shocked if we do see Fernando at some point in this start during this season, whether that's what Will said, week 14, week 15, or God forbid earlier than that, because I think that would mean Kirk gets injured, but I wouldn't be shocked if we see Fernando this season.
Yeah. Well, what are your thoughts on Clint's statements?
Look, Clint been doing this for months now, bro. He ain't fucking around. He already told us who's going to be the starting QB. He said Kirk Cobain has got this thing until freaking further notice. At the end of the day, bro, I think Kubiak is hitting it on all cylinders, bro. This is a motherfucker, bro. We got a fucking coach. We got a real deal fucking Holyfield in there, bro. He is not fucking around. It's just like Primo said. He ain't mincing no words. He said, bro, the best players are going to play. And if you're telling me, because right now, bro, I'm telling you, I got another screen playing the all 22 of the game as we're going. And I'm looking at Kirko, and Kirko looks like he's on 100% command of this offense. And, bro, again,
that's with no Brock Bowers, bro.
Yeah, no Brock Bowers.
Hey,
y'all forget. They ain't no Brock, but there was no Brock Bowers on Thursday.
100%. And he was using everybody else, and he was efficient. He knows how to run the offense. Bro, the motherfucker looks surgical out there. Straight up. And when you can run it like that, hey, what are we going to do and hate and say, oh, no, Fernando, no, bro. Fernando's right where he is at. And guess what? Raider Nation should be thankful that we got a starting quarterback and a backup now.
There you go. Yep.
We got a 1-2 punch.
1-2 punch. We got like a solid backup. That, but we know Fernando, that's not the grand plan, but we do. That's kind of where it's at the moment. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, at the moment, exactly.
I'll agree with that statement partly. Yeah,
because he's a rookie. You know what? And what is it like? Let him mature. People are too worried about, hey, about one season. If you guys are looking for the future of this team, bro, Kubiak is doing that. He has an old dog teaching a young dog new tricks.
There you go.
Hard to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Real quick, shout out to Brandon in the building. He says he's gonna be at joint practice in 9 hours. There you go, bro. There you go. We're gonna
Can't
do the
wait.
post game.
Can't
We're
wait.
gonna do the post game on Thursday. So let us know what you saw. Come back and pull up, and then let us know what you saw on on tomorrow's joint practice. So it'll be interesting. Shout out to Arnie. He says, question which players should sit for the last two preseason games, Crosby, Bowers, etc. Honestly, bro, I don't think they're gonna sit any players. I mean, the I'm not sure why they didn't play Brock. I don't know if he's dealing with some type of ailment, but yeah, that's like the only exception is Brock Bowers. And honestly, bro, I'll take that all day. You don't need Brock Bowers out there, dog. I don't need my number one guy, the best player essentially on the team that's not named Brax Crosby at the moment. Um, out there, bro, on the offensive side of the ball. Like that dude needs to be taken care of. Like whatever he needs, bro. Like take that dude fishing and shit. Whatever, man. Like that dude just be chilling, bro. I don't care, man. Go get him, get the mama san massage. I don't give a fuck, bro. Just like take care of my boy.
Massage.
Hey, whatever they gotta do, bro. I don't care. Like that dude.
Keep him away.
Keep him away, bro. Like just even just like let him
Get him
pull
ready
up,
for the season.
make catch a touchdown pass here and there like he did today. Like that's all I need him to do, bro. And then that's it. Just have him week 1 ready to go. Let's go, bro. That's all I need from Brock, bro. Other than that, everybody else, get your ass on the field, bro. You guys need a fucking warm. Even Max, dog. Max need to be out there here with his fucking 1 foot ass, bro, with his 1 leg ass. Like come on, dog. You need to get that knee ready for week 1. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Brandon says hoping to see some Linderbaum in action, man. Yeah. I don't know if you're gonna go to the game on that Thursday, but Linderbaum should be starting for at least a series. So that'll be cool to see, man. And I get to see them not this week, but the following week at Allegiant in Las Vegas versus the Niners, man. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah,
I'm
that's gonna be
excited about
fun.
that. I'm gonna see Nando. I'm gonna be like, hi. Trying to get his autograph. Nah.
It'd be funny if Nando has like a Derek Carr game and throws like 3 touchdowns. Just goes absolutely.
I know, bro. Everybody go fucking ape shit.
Yeah.
Everybody go ape shit and like, bro,
Next
it's just
thing
fucking
you know,
preseason. Hey, calm down. When he went to the Super Bowl, yeah.
Don't even start that, bro. If he has that game, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, he needs to start. Why is he
yeah.
not start game one?"
Start.
Yeah.
Fuck Kirk.
I'll be
Let
like,
him
hey, that
start.
shows me he's ready for next season.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
man.
him. He could sit on the bench for like $11 million. Okay, there you go, bro. Yeah. So yeah, yo,
nice.
Linderbaum should start. He should start and should have about a series of work. So that should be cool to see, man. Yeah, he's obviously, man. He's the fucking anchor of that offensive line. But let's go ahead and talk about this guy, Malik Benson. He continues to shine. He had a really, really good game on Thursday, making big catches, having a big return. He had that one return where he got fucking upended, bro. That did look like a rag doll in the air, bro. I was like, hold on, what y'all doing to my boy? Like, dog, like you need flight instructions to land, dog.
Scaring us, bro.
Bro. I was like, what is going on? He did that new journey, but he had that one big run for 21 yards. He had catches as well. Like I stated earlier, he had 2 receptions for 26 yards. So he had 4 targets in that game. So he continues to go ahead and really showcase himself out there. Let me go ahead and play this clip before, and then I'll get you guys' thoughts on it. And this is Clint, what he had to say about Malik Benson in regards to his play. So let me go ahead and pull up good old Clint here. All right, Here we go.
Day by day, how promising or exciting is that to have two rookies coming in like that, being able to grow?
Yeah, time on task, helps everybody get better. So that's got to keep getting better. Malik he's jumped in there with the ones at times as well, and he's earned those reps. But he's got to stay humble and stay hungry.
Make up the day by day.
So there you go. Coach saying he needs to stay humble and stay hungry. Shout out to Coach, man, with the fucking fire hat. His hat game is on point.
Right?
Love the hat, dog. I was like,
bro, where can I get that hat, bro?
I'm a hat guy, bro. So I'm like, y'all know me. I try to rock, sophisticated hats when I get a chance to try. If I find one, I'll try to go ahead and get it at my size. But man, he rocking that hat. I like it, Coach.
Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts on Malik Benson? His play. What do you guys think about that statement? He's earned those reps, but he needs to stay humble and he needs to stay hungry. So that humble part, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna raise a little eyebrow because that's meant for a certain reason. Like, I don't know, maybe he's being too confident. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Well, let me know.
Bro,
Bro.
I'll tell you like this, bro. Like, hey, when coach says, hey, to stay humble and stay hungry, I say that to kids all the time. Like when you go and you say, hey, man, stay humble, stay hungry, it's about, just stay the course. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding. Keep your nose to the grindstone, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what he's doing. Malik Benson didn't come in here with a lot of fame. He didn't come in here with a lot of hype. Oh, what up, baby? What's going on?
Shout out to our guy,
Yes,
Nate.
sir.
I'll be rated 10 in the building. Humble pie.
Yeah.
Humble pie. There you go, man.
So when you say like, yo, stay humble, for me, I'm like, yo, he's telling him, hey, keep grinding. Keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path. And like, bro, for us as Raider Nation, we should be excited. But again, I'm like, we can't sit here and see a little bit of success and then like shit on this kid if he doesn't like, immediately make an impact on the field. Because at the end of the day, bro, he's still a 6th-round pick. He's still a rookie. He's still learning. So what I would say is Malik Benson is going to be a great player for us in the future. And that, hey, right now he still needs to make the fourth. He still needs to beat out Jack Bech. And for me, in preseason game 1, I told you, Jack Bech shut me the fuck up. He was third in Bech. He made some tough he made some tough catches in some tight positions. So at the end of the day, bro, you're still the number 4 wide receiver on this team. So he just needs to keep grinding, keep going. I mean, and he'll go to the right spot.
Yeah. My guy Nate. My guy Nate's a big Jack Bech, right? We know Jack Bech is here. Come on now. Bro, I mean, look, I like Jack Bech. So this is the thing, and I'm gonna tell y'all, and some people are not gonna like it. I'm not quite sold on him yet. I need to see more. I need to see more consistency from Jack Bech. Yes, he had a great game, or he had a really good, solid game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need him to go ahead and continue to string up good, constant games. That's what I need to see from him. I need him to go ahead and be a contributor and an impact player. Shut us the fuck up that you're worthy of that number. The 2nd-round pick. Because at this point, still not quite there yet. We're on the path. Cool. Continue that. I need to see more. Mm-hmm. What does Max say? More is required. So more is required, bro. Sorry. It's how it is at this level, dog. You know what I mean? Primos.
Hey, I'll say the same thing about Benson. I got to see more. Love what I seen in game 1. He had 2 good catches. It seems him and Mendoza really do have a connection locked down, or they're building a connection. But I gotta see more. 2 catches. It was like 20, 30 yards he had. That's not really gonna impress me too much, especially when I was giving you all the flowers leading up to the game and shitting on Jack Bech. I'll call it what it was. I was shitting on the guy. And Jack Bech came out game 1 was like, yeah, that guy Raider Primo, I heard him talking shit. And he shut me up. But I gotta see more out of Bech. But hey, Bech made some really tough catches out there. Benson, he made 2 impressive catches from, but they were actually dimes from Fernando Mendoza. I want to see more though. I want to see touchdowns. I want to see more targets. Hopefully he can get more targets. Hopefully he can get the Philip Dorsett treatment, and we can probably see what he can do with those targets. But he is ascending in the right direction. I think the comments that Clint Kubiak made, I think that's just keep pushing him. Like Will said, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like you, the where you want to get to, you will get there, but you got to stay humbled. You got to stay hungry. If he does get, if it is that overconfidence that he has, then he's going to be staying right where he's at, wide receiver 5, wide receiver 4. He's not going to be growing as a player. I think Clint Kubiak sees promise with this kid. I think he can see that he can really help this team win football games in the future and possibly work his way up to maybe being a wide receiver 1. I'm not saying he is, but you don't know what Clint is seeing in practice. We've seen the clips out there with Malik Benson. He has that talent, that ceiling potential to possibly be a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, but being in that starting lineup. So I'm happy with Clint Kubiak's comments. Bro, we like Will said, we got a coach. You guys we got a coach, and he's just telling Benson, keep working at it, keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be where you want to be at in the near future.
Yeah, definitely, and he don't mince words, bro. He's a very direct individual, and that's definitely what you want to go ahead and get from the coach for sure. And speaking of like the Philip Dorsett treatment, I feel like Malik Benson and Jack Bet definitely go ahead and get that treatment. We need to see what these guys, can continue to offer. And I don't know what the whole thing behind Philip Dorsett is. I don't even see him even making practice squad at this point. I don't know.
Why is he getting 6 targets, bro?
I don't know why the fuck he's getting.
So let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you guys why. Because he was on the 3rd string team, and when AOC was out there, he was probably open a majority of the time. He's a fucking veteran, bro, going against 3rd stringers.
I think that they have that connection. They've been getting a connection when they're out there together. So I think he felt comfortable trying to look for him, and he might got in separation. I know he had a couple opportunities. It's just that's a lot of targets, bro. I'm like, God damn, bro.
Well, but, I'm just telling you, bro.
AOC is not going to be out there with the 2s, bro. I doubt it.
Well, shoot. And I mean, that's where I think Dorsett got a lot of his reps was with the 3s.
Yeah.
So if you see him there, I mean, that's probably why. I'm not saying no, because I really don't see a game plan where Kubiak goes like, oh, bro, we're going to freaking target Philip Dorsett today, baby. I mean, he's going to go off. I just don't see it happening,
Yeah. I hope not, bro, because I'm like, what are we doing? For real, at that point, I'll be like, dog, at that a couple point, of drinks before the game, dog? What is going on today? But real quick, shout out to our guy.
Come to Jesus moment.
Hey, yeah, bro. No, that dude already found Jesus, bro. Shout out to our guy Predator in the building. Salute to him. Shout out to my guy gifting 10 jewels, the cold coin. Yeah. I appreciate you, my guy, and gifting 1 Just Raiders membership to the chat. I appreciate you, my guy. Salute to you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Congratulations for whoever got that membership. I'm gonna be doing this week's Jay's Corner, the members Q&A. So make sure you guys stay tapped in. I might drop another members only video on a couple things that I might want to go ahead and talk about. So make sure you guys go ahead and stay tuned to that. But again, shout out to my guy Pred with that membership. I appreciate you, my guy. See, there you go. See, agreed, Jay. Shut all the Wills and Leos up. Yeah, dog. For sure. Let's see here. Shout out to my guy G-Fam in the building. Pulling up. Salute. And Big Looks like AOC is just straight hot garbage. Hey, man. I don't know. Hey, look, like I was saying, I was talking about it on Saturday with 805. I was like, man, there's going to be an interesting thing that's going to be coming up in that quarterback room. What's going to happen to AOC? Are they going to roll with 3 quarterbacks? Or are they going to roll with 2 quarterbacks? That's going to be a very interesting question. We're going to go ahead and talk about that after next week's game. We're going to go ahead and see what that potential move is going to be like. Either they're going to carry 3 quarterbacks and carry AOC as the emergency guy, on there, or they're going to go ahead and put his ass in the practice squad. And if y'all know, that runs the risk of another team coming by and picking him up and putting him on their active roster. We saw that last year with our 6th-round pick. I forgot his name. I can't remember his
Was it
name.
Malat or Miller?
No,
That got
Miller.
picked up.
Cam Miller. So that happened with Cam Miller. Dolphins came in and they went ahead and put him on their active roster for the last, I think, 2 games of the season. I think it was like weeks 16 and 17 or something like that. So they put him on their squad. So it could definitely happen. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to go ahead and play this out. But that means if you're going to carry 3, that leaves 1 less space for somebody else. So I don't know. That's the thing they have to go ahead and buy. See, there you go. Nate, so the Go Cam Miller preseason. Go Cam Miller.
Preseason,
Right?
Hey, that's one thing we got, bro. We got goats at quarterback in preseason.
Yeah, we kill it preseason, bro. Watch out.
There you go. I know exactly. But let me get your thoughts on the defense as a whole. We talked about the first half on the defense. What about the second half? Again, it wasn't a pretty outing. Kenyon Crawford, that's one dude. He didn't have the best game. I expected more from our 3rd-round pick. Didn't have the greatest outing. Kind of whiffed on a couple of plays. He was able to go ahead and get penetration. Pause if necessary, but he was definitely was not able to finish, bro. So I don't know. He got them problems, bro. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge, bro. But definitely needs to go ahead and complete those, bro, for sure. We had Zeke Masses issues with just tackling, bro. Some other people had issues with tackling as well. Not a big impact from Stukes. I think surprisingly, the player that actually had a pretty decent game on defense was Grady Vance, bro. Outside of my guy, Kian Sloan. But Grady Vance was like everywhere. He was there. He was making plays. He was tackling. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised that he had that type of game. So what are you guys' thoughts on that whole second half from the defense? Primos, I'm gonna hit you with that. Let them know.
Bro, what Grady Vance was showing is that he was all around the football. It was remember in training camp, the defense, even in OTAs, the defense was talking about, Robbie Leonard's talking about see ball, get ball. Like he was the only one, it seemed, playing to that mindset in the secondary, because it seemed every other person in the secondary, to Masses, to McCoy, like McCoy wasn't even looking for the football on those 2 touchdowns that he gave up. And Masses, he just can't fit. He doesn't finish. He has tight coverage, but he can't finish and get, like, swatting the ball away. And then issues with tackling. It's like, man, you got it. Like, these are fundamentals. These are basic football. This is basic football. And then Keon Crawford, like, his get off is amazing, and his penetration, pause if necessary. I was like, yes. And then he would not finish the play, and I'm like, bro, like, we see this from Max Crosby. As much as we love Max Crosby, we see it already from Max Crosby. Like, we don't need another guy that can just get there but not finish the play. Hopefully he can clean that up. I was very, very disappointed in Keon's play on Thursday. And Keon Sloan was really the only bright spot. He did the one thing that Keon couldn't do, was get off the line fast, but actually finish the play and sack the quarterback.
Yeah, bro. He was the only guy move right there.
Yeah, I was like seeing how fast he got off the line. I'm like, quarterback didn't even stand a chance. I was surprised quarterback hung on to the football. Honestly, I thought he would have got a fumble. That would have put the icing on the cake for him. But yeah, this defense, a lot to be desired. And again, it's preseason. I get it, but a lot to be desired. So hopefully they have a better outing this upcoming Thursday, and also in the joint practices. Is a very, very good test for them, especially for our corners, going against Nico Collins, Tank Dell. A couple of those wide receivers, very, very good test. They need it because they got humbled Thursday badly.
Yeah, for sure. Will, what are
Hey,
your thoughts,
man.
my friend?
You know, it's that thing that goes in between butt cheeks. Slides right out into the toilet. That's exactly what we look like, right?
Oh, you're talking
Like,
about
Right on.
Popo?
Hey,
That Popo?
we look like straight cheeks, bro. We look like that fucking. But I'll be like, at the same time, this goes back to a lot of the things that we talked about earlier, where it's just basic fundamentals, guys. Where we're missing tackles, where we're missing angles, where things that like we should be fucking completing, or we're like, hey. But at the same thing, it's things that are fixable, right? Or things that you can see. Like in the coverage wise, yeah. Did we get burned? Yeah, but it's because we didn't have any pressure. Did we go and say, did you see any blitzes? Do I expect to see that? No. But at the same time, I do expect our guys to win some one-on-ones, to win some, basic coverage things. And honestly, what was killing us is when you saw a 3rd and 18, get first downs, like we talked about previously. When you see us giving up a shitload of penalties that gave these guys first downs on several occasions, those are all things that are fixable. So when I look at it, man, our defense looked like straight butt cheeks, but it's not something that we can't come back from. Our secondary, bro, it's like Swiss cheese. Honestly, tell me, like we keep talking about this whole preseason thing, and we've talked about it. In the preseason, this team, bro, will get interceptions. They'll create turnovers. They'll do all this against our own squad. But when it comes to going against another team, we can never produce. Is it that our offense is that bad? You know what I mean? Is it that we're going against the 27th ranked offense in the NFL and we have the 28th ranked defense in the NFL? Is that why we look competitive in practice? Or is it because, guess what? We were up to par. That's all questions that still have to be answered, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see kind of how that's kind of go ahead and unfold in this next game coming up, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about it in just a bit. So my thoughts again, and you know what? I don't give a damn. I'm gonna go ahead and glaze up fucking Kian again, bro. That is a dude that you definitely need to go ahead and keep an eye on for. A little fun fact on my guy, and I think this will probably amp up the nation a little bit more. He's actually a Raider fan growing up, so this is his opportunity to really, make a statement
Live
and
his dream.
live his dream and play on the
Wow.
team that he grew up liking. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing from him is we're seeing that extra effort. Like, hey, I want to be a Raider. I want to be here. This is the team that I fucking been rocking. This fucking kid had a fucking Bo Jackson jersey back in the day. That's crazy, bro. I didn't
Damn.
find out till like the other day. I was like, oh shit, like this kid's been rocking the silver and black since he was, he was a young one. So, it's just everything's just kind of translating on the field. So, obviously, there's still more to be seen, but definitely got to go ahead and keep an eye out for. As far as Stooks and Masses, I think obviously it's the first game. They're gonna go ahead and find themselves eventually. With Masses, these are basic stuff that I hope he gets to go ahead and clean up this week and tomorrow. So hopefully we see a better improvement come Thursday, because if it's continuing the same thing, then he's looking like his actual draft projection or draft pick, because that's kind of what you expect from like a guy who was drafted in the fifth,
Fifth?
sixth round, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully there's still a lot of potential with him, but hopefully he cleans that up. Stooks still has a long way to go. He's definitely needs to go ahead and prove out there that we made the right pick. So I don't know if the whole plan with him it's just bring him up slowly, but um, you know having Paul Mao out there at free safety, that's not his strong suit. We saw that last year. They're still playing him again. So I don't know what necessarily is going to happen there. Um, but this might be a short lived thing for Paul Ma. If Stooks can go ahead and get it together, we might see a changing of the guard at free safety. So
Yeah,
I
we
don't know.
should. We
Keep
should.
an eye. We should. That's what we went
Yeah,
out and
that's
got
the
him at
thing. We
fucking
should.
38. Yeah, that's not where I would have gotten him, and probably most teams probably wouldn't have gotten him, but it is what it is, right? So
Yeah.
it's all good. He's here now. We're trying to go ahead and wish the best for him. But as of
Yep.
right now, yeah, it's not panning out exactly like that. So that might change. Look, Jermad, just give him time. He needs time, and that's the bottom line of it. Because he's a fourth round pick, yes, he should have went first round, but he didn't play all last year, so that's the pass he's gonna get. But that pass has an expiration date. So that expiration date is going to be really really soon. So hopefully he can kind of get it together, figure it out. Again, they had him with the threes today, so maybe he can go back to the drawing board, get a better feel for it. He'll have exposure tomorrow and that joint practice, and hopefully he can go ahead and get some more experience and go ahead and clean up some of the things as well. So hopefully Thursday we see a better Jamad when he's out there. So that's kind of what I'm hoping from them. And Vance, if he can continue that solid play, man, that's all the better. As far as the interior, man, we'll see how Foley plays out. Obviously, today was like day one, so they had him out there. I don't know how much burn he got necessarily. I didn't have that much notes, but he was out there. I did see that. Same thing for Brown. He was out there. So these guys are just barely getting some exposure. But we'll see how they actually pan out because this is literally the first week, and tomorrow they get to go ahead and play against the Texans in that joint practice. So not a whole lot of like in between. But let me go ahead and continue on. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's go ahead and preview Thursday's game versus the Texans in Houston at NRG Stadium. Again, tomorrow they have the joint practice together. So they're going to go ahead and get a feel for one another. But let's go ahead and kind of go over the unofficial depth chart real quick. Let me go ahead and get that pulled up for y'all, and we can kind of go over what it looks like at the moment. Here we go. So, boop, boop, boop. All right. Now, let me go back to this view.
Yeah, I don't think anything changed from week one.
Nah, hopefully y'all can see. Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit more. All right. I think that's the best view it's gonna give me.
Yeah,
All right, so that's the best view you're gonna give me. I already blew it up like 200%.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I said I can't read it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you have to like zoom in. But
Yeah.
right now, what they have at starting wide receiver, they have Naylor at wide receiver. Then is Thornton, that I don't know if it's necessary. He's gonna play. He's gonna play on Thursday. He's still dealing with some type of injury. Then you got Cedric Jackson behind him, and then Chase Roberts at left tackle. You got our guy Colton, then Charles Grant, Isaiah Jetta, and then Kamara Missouri behind them to round out that position. Left guard, you still have Buford there. Then it's Caleb. Then it's Brendan Daniels. Center, our guy Tyler Lindenbaum. Then you got Meredith, and you got Putnam at the moment. At right guard, you still have JPJ. Now that doesn't mean that cannot change. Again, we'll find out how severe that injury was tomorrow, and then probably the rest of the week. So we'll know by like Thursday what's going to actually happen there. Then you have Mafi. Then you have Nicholas Henning. on that right to end that right guard side. And then you have right tackle, you have DJ Glaze, and then you have Zune. You have Dalton Wagner on right tackle. Brock Bowers right now slated as a starting tight end. Then you got Big Mike Mary. Ian Thomas. Ian Thomas had a pretty good game on Thursday too. He had a big block that helped out with that big 60-yard run from Mike Washington. And then you got Albert O on there as well, Carter Ringett, and then Chris Myarick on there as well. On the other side, you got Jack Besh, Malik Benson, Devin Tompkins, and Devin Tompkins had a pretty good game too. Had some good returns. I think he had a big catch as well. Then you got our guy EJ Williams. He had a big catch as well on Thursday. Next to him is Trey Tucker, and then you have Dareke Young. Then then our guy Philip Dorsett we just talked about, Brandon Johnson, and then they have Noah Brown at the very end of that room. And again, just because he just came on, so he might get some burn, maybe some limited burn. I'm not too sure how that's essentially going to work out. Um, and then obviously you got a Coco Chains starting, then Fernando behind him, and then Aiden O'Connell, then Jacob Clark to go ahead and round out that room. Running back got Genty, then Mike Washington, Lobby, Roman Hembley, and then David O. Fullback got Connor Hayward, and then Patrick Gerd. On the opposite side of the ball, you have Mad Max starting, then McCoons, then Jafari Harvey, then our guy Patrick Johnson. And y'all, I don't know if you get anybody noticed, but Patrick Johnson had a pretty good game on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah, so he got a sack. So, guys, just to go ahead and keep an eye out on. So again, what we're looking for from some of these, newer, lesser known guys is just that consistency for them to be continuing making plays. If you're starting to hear this a name being called out by the announcers, that's an indicator right there. Like these guys are just they're being efficient, they're tackling, or they're getting to the quarterback, or they're able to go ahead and complete a sack, all that good stuff, or tackle for loss, whatever the situation may be. Then right now, currently you have Talking Hemingway, then Jonah Lalu, JJ Pegues, and then Gary Smith the third, and then you have our guy Foley Fatukasi. His government name is Foluronsu Fatukasi, but he goes by Foley, bro. So that's his government name. That's his government name. Then you have 805's guy Adam Butler, the Adam Butler. Then Thomas Booker, Brandon Cleveland, and then Travian May. At edge, you got Quiddy Pay right now, Kieran Crawford, and then our guy Keon Sloan on edge. So they still have him on edge. So if you guys haven't watched the reel, watch the reel that I posted up after the show, talking about let's see where they because I feel like this guy's gonna make the 53. It's gonna be interesting where they're gonna put him at. They're gonna leave him at edge, or could they put him at linebacker?
No, he's gonna play.
They're gonna play it, but he played linebacker throughout college, so that's why I'm throwing that out there. So they might like him at edge. I don't know if they're gonna leave him at edge necessarily. I don't want to say they are. You can say they are. I'm not.
Okay, so Jay, I'm gonna tell you like this. Okay, if you watch the film, right, watching him, he's a high motor guy, bro. That he excels at just going after. So why take him away from what he does best? And we need pass rushers. We talked about it. We need guys that can collapse the pocket, and he can be one of them.
You could still have him do that as an outside linebacker. If they want to go ahead and put him there to do that same thing. It just honestly, bro, it just depends how Robbie's gonna scheme this up.
So
to be honest.
Edge is that outside linebacker hybrid. If you think about it, they called it edge because they're in a 3-4-4-2-5 defense that's hybrid, right? So that edge guy can bump out to be that outside linebacker, but then he can also be the ad from that edge. Just food for thought.
Okay, Professor fucking Will. You know what, Mr. Know-It-All? I didn't ask you to understand, bro.
No,
No, that's good. It's good. But look, it's just how they have them listed. I don't know.
Mhm.
They can just have them listed different ways, bro. That's all I'm putting out there.
100%, 100%.
Right. And then we don't know how the true defense is going to be. Again, we've just been seeing a plain vanilla version up to this point. So that can change come week 1, right? So you have that. Right now at linebacker, you have our guy N'Kobe Dean, Tommy Eichenberg, Sigan O, and then Buddy Johnson. On the other side, next to him is Quay Walker, and then our guy, our 7th round pick, Cody Lindenberg, Cameron McGrone, and then Savian Sori to end that room at the corner, starting corner, CB1, Eric Stokes, and then you have DCAM and then Jermon McCoy. Next, on the other side of him is going to be Darian Porter at the moment, and then Zeke Masses, and then Anesium to go ahead and round out that spot. Then at nickel, currently you still have Teron Johnson. Then you have Greedy Vance, Caleb Olford, and then Devin Perkins for the nickel position. And free safety, you have Paul. Then Tradian Stukes, Tristan McCullen, and then at strong safety you have Jeremy Chin, and then you have Dalton Wagner that they have him put there, and then Devin Lafayette to round out the strong safety position, and then right now, so currently we have Cole, then Matt Gasel, the starting kicker, then Tokyo Toe. Tokyo here. I don't know for how much longer, bro. Then you got Alex Ward, the long snapper, and then Tyler Zansky, the backup, and then they still have Trey Tucker on punt and kick return, and then Lobby, and then Jermon McCoy, and then that doesn't really mean a whole lot because we saw last week they went ahead and
They put a bunch of guys out there.
Yeah, they put a bunch of guys, so it really doesn't mean a whole lot how they're going to go ahead and really work that. So yeah, I'm not worried about Jermon being out there for kick return. But let me ask you guys this: what are some of the players to go ahead and watch on Thursday? And then I'm gonna hit you guys with this question: what should we be looking for from the offense? And we'll go ahead and start it off there. So, Primos, let us know, bro.
Kind of tying the both questions together. Malik Benson, like I said, I want to see more out of him. He had 2 catches, very solid outing for his first game, but there's a lot more hype coming out of camp than what I seen in the first game from him. So I want to see more out of him in this game. Hopefully he can get some more targets. Again, like I said, that Philip Dorsett treatment. Hopefully he can get like 6 to 7 targets and let's see what he does with them. And what should I look from this offense is really the same like last week, just efficiency from our quarterbacks, from Fernando Mendoza. If Kirk plays, don't know if he's going to play or not, but just efficiency. I want to see if our run game can be consistent. Can Mike Washington get another big run in this game? And if not, is that what we're depending on, big runs? Or are we able to grind out those tough yards and just continue wearing out the Texans defense and setting up our bread and butter, which is the play action pass? And that is how we're going to beat or win games from this offense, or at least put up points on the board. So that's really what I'm going to really look for from this offense. It's just really the run game. Can we stay consistent and not just have that one show wonder from last week? Can we continue riding that and not depend on those big runs?
Will, what are your thoughts?
So bad. What should we look forward to? We should look forward to some more development of our young guys, right? We should really look at this Houston defensive line versus our offensive line. Houston is for real. And they're 2 bookends, bro. We're talking about guys that can get after it. I think it's the number 5 and number 6 defensive end in the league that they have with what's the pair? What I forget the name.
Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter.
Bro, so with that pair right there, bro, if we're able to hold our water, if we're able to move the football, if we're able to be efficient, if we're able to hold fucking Kirko straight up and not have him get killed, those are all things we should be looking forward to, are things that are going to challenge our team. This team is 10 times better than our team. So at every fucking turn, I'm looking at our rookies. I'm looking at the guys that we're developing. I'm looking at the guys that are here for the future, because that's what's going to tell us if they can do it, if they can hold water, who's where. Hey, now that we're going to see this, what happens when Trey Zoon comes in? Is Trey Zoon going to be able to hold his own at right tackle with one of these guys? See what I mean? I'm like, do we have that competitive spirit and drive to move the football and get us 3-4 yards when we need it? Do we have a guy that, hey, if JPJ goes down, do we have that Mahler right guard that we can run the football behind? All those little things are going to come to fruition, because guess who's going to be on the opposite side of that fucking defensive line? The number 2 pick that we gave up to get to move back and get Stukes.
Caden McDonald.
Caden McDonald's going to be sitting there, and he's going to be like, okay, you guys just fucking passed me up. You guys thought Trey Stukes is better than me and whoever the fuck you guys got with him. So watch him, man. You guys are going to see a lot of stuff going down, and I think it's going to be a gritty practice. I think we're going to be getting after it. I think that, hey, the physicality level is about to go up, and we're going to figure out who's a man and who's a boy. So buckle up, baby. Let's go.
There you go. There you go. For me, obviously, players to go ahead and watch. I think it's a given. You got to watch Fernando. I want to see what he's able to do in this game with a better defense. Even their twos are going to be better than what we saw from Arizona.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a difference there. I want to see how he reacts. He's still going to do the same rookie tendencies that he did last game. That's what I kind of want to see. I don't think you would want to run on these guys like that, and just go head first into a tackle. Definitely see how he does. If he's able to go ahead. I know that will make you feel it. Sometimes it's better to go ahead and throw that ball away, and go to your next play on your next down. If you're close, then that might be something where you can go ahead. Now that's more warranted, right? But also too is just going through your progressions, man. You gotta read your pocket. You gotta, so if you feel like it's you're getting that pressure, it's coming in on you on one side, you might have to go ahead and shift over. But again, this is all just comes with experience. So we'll see how he does on this next one. Again, I'm agreeing with you, Primos, Malik Benson. Definitely keep an eye out on him. I want to see more from Cedric Jackson. I want to see more from Jack Bash. Let's see how this offensive line does with a tougher defense. Let's see how they operate, how they synergize. I think you're going to have more opportunities for a guy like Caleb Rogers to go ahead and kind of prove himself to be the guy behind, either win on the other side or be the guy behind JPJ. We'll see what happens with JPJ, but if he plays, hopefully he has a good performance, because his performance, on Thursday was kind of up and down. Excuse me, kind of up and down. So we'll see kind of what happens with him there. After the twos, really, it didn't look too good. The offensive line did not look good, but the twos did a decent job. The ones they're pretty on it, but the twos, that's a different story. But again, this is the test. So this is what preseason is all about. You want to get different looks. Now you're going to be up against a bigger, better defense. Not what you're used to, and not what you just saw last Thursday. So hopefully they get that experience on the defensive side of the ball. I just want to see the fundamentals executed come Thursday by masses from the rookies. I want to see more pressures. Again, this is going to be a vanilla defense. This is going to be a vanilla offense. They're not going to show their hand So we also got to take it with a grain of salt. I know everybody was already getting ready to go ahead and call Robbie Leonard's head on after just one fucking game. I'm like, come on, man. Give the guy some break. At least give this guy to like week 5 before we start busting out the fucking fire Robbie Leonard
Torches
fucking
and the
bullshit.
pitchforks.
Yeah. So some people already they're lighting them torches. They're ready to go ahead and fucking go over there and hit up fucking Henderson, bro. You already know. They're already with the
Burn you to the
fucking
ground.
yeah, bro. They're already with
We suck again.
See, bro, they're already with the pitchforks and everything. I'm like, no, calm down. Like, take it easy. This is fucking game 1 of preseason, bro. First time for Robert. And again, these guys are not going to show their actual playbook. Because what happens is that teams are fucking smart. They're going to go ahead and get that dialed in, and they know what you're going to be giving. Dishing out week 1, week 2, week 3. So it's like, you gotta kind of ramp it up a little bit. You know what I mean? So definitely preseason. You're just evaluating guys at this point, and that's what you're doing. So hopefully, on the defensive side, the trenches improve. Hopefully, we see something from Adam Butler. Hopefully, we see something from Tonko. Needs to have a better fucking game. I want to see that.
Dude. But you know what? Tonka didn't have that bad of a game either.
He did okay, but then he did get stuffed a lot, bro, and that's what happened. He's not able to be that factor that we were hearing from camp. So that didn't translate over to the field. So that's what I want to see. I want to see like an improvement come Thursday on that part. Like that's what I'm looking for. I'm not necessarily looking for us to win the game. That'd be great if we win the game, but what I'm looking at is I'm paying attention to the players, and that's what I was doing last game. I was trying to just pay attention to the plays, not so much the scoreboard. And yes, I'm happy when they score, obviously, but I'm looking at the plays and what these guys are doing. So that's why I was able to notice like Zeke. I was able to notice like Jermod getting cooked. It's like these things are just happening. I'm like, what? Why is this happening? What's going on? And they're playing a simple man, and I get it. It's hard to go ahead and play that man without like having these exotic schemes coming up or certain coverages set up. So you're gonna play some basic stuff, but there's some stuff that you just need to be able to already do from the get-go if you're gonna be playing in a certain set, right? Mm-hmm. So again, just kind of the fundamentals, seeing improvement on this defensive line. That's what I'm hoping to go ahead and see. And that secondary needs to just kind of tighten up, and then definitely got to limit that run game because we're getting fucking ran through like nobody's business, bro, on Thursday. So hopefully we don't see a continuation of that. That's gonna be hard to go ahead and watch. Just us getting fucking ran through, bro. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we should look as far as on my take on what I feel that we should look from the secondary. What do you guys think about that? And then what do you guys think we should be looking for from the defensive line?
Well, you want to tackle the D line, bro? You love those trenches.
So
you said what? War daddies, bro.
I love, bro, because that's where the game is won and lost, and we all know this. If you played football, if you understand this game, the game is won in the trenches. It doesn't matter what the fuck we can talk about having all these megastars on the outside and all this, but it doesn't matter if your offensive line can't block, if your defensive line can't fucking create penetration and stop people, right? So for me, man, what I want to see from this defensive line is us fucking tackling people, doing the basic fundamental stuff. Get some penetration. When you get penetration, break down. Fuck, bro. Like, that's all Keon Crawford had to do a couple times. Or 49. I don't know who fuck 49 is, but he's coming off that edge, coming like a fucking missile. And you fucking run right by the quarterback because you don't break down, because your bare fundamentals of the game don't come through. I expect to see better tackling all the way around. I'm like, in the secondary, what do I expect? Hey, since you said secondary defensive line, I'll just cover secondary and defensive line. Bro, What the fuck are we doing? We got to have some coverage. We cannot go on the first play like Terry or Johnson did. Terry on or what the fuck is his name in the slot? Is it Tariq Johnson or
Tehran.
Tehran. All right, so Tehran,
Johnson.
I want to say it correctly. I don't want to. I want Tehran Johnson to go out there and fucking man up. Yeah, and hold his fucking water and not get a fucking 15-yard penalty on the first fucking play that they throw it vertical on him. So all these things have to come to fruition, guys. Even if we're playing basic coverage, I don't give a fuck if they're hitting wide open receivers underneath the coverages where the holes are. That's fucking normal. But us getting burned and us not fucking being able to do the right things and hold the basic fundamentals is what kills me with the fucking Raiders, bro. That's it. Yeah. But we don't have to make a fucking tackle, break fucking down, do the little things that make this game great. And we can be a good fucking team, but we can't get the basics, bro. We run past people. We don't break down on tackles. We don't execute game plans, bro. But I hope that Robbie changes it, and that's what I want to see.
And just the fundamentals with the D-line and the secondary. I mean, for the secondary, it's taking bad angles too, and that leads to missed tackles, and it's just basic fundamentals. Like I think we can beat the horse dead here because that's what's frustrating. And I think coming out of Thursday, that was what was frustrating me is that the secondary is not covering in man, and it's man coverage. You were to man up on that wide receiver, and you're getting just killed. Tehran Johnson, you're getting burned vertically. Jamon McCoy again, grain of salt because he's first like over a year. But they tested him, and you came out in the presser a couple days earlier saying you were the best corner in the draft taken. Arizona didn't think so. They tested you, and Houston's going to do the same thing. They're going to test you to see if you are a man of your word and you're the best corner in this draft. So this second, I'm expecting them to get tested, and same with this defensive line. I think Houston, they love to run the football. I think they are going to take some of their shots down the field. They love to push the ball down the field. This is a really good test for this defense, the way this offense operates for the Houston Texans. But really, what am I expecting? Just can we tackle better? Can we cover better? Like, really just that. It's crazy to say that. Just the basic fundamentals, can we do those things? Because I get worried that we cannot do the basic things, and then we're expecting Rob to call these exotic plays, these blitzes. If you can't get the fundamentals down, the basic fundamentals, how can we trust you when we call exotic blitzes and exotic coverages? That's what is going to worry me if we see the same shit Thursday that we seen this last Thursday. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting concerned about this defense.
I'm just gonna put it like this, Jay. How can I expect you to be my chef if you can't even make me a PB and J, and I'm over here asking for chicken cordon bleu?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Primo's hit it on the head. We got to get through the basics in order for us to get into those more exotic looks. Fucking love it, bro. Fucking love it.
Yep. I'm going to say this. Special teams definitely needs to improve as well. I didn't put it on the banner, but it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
God damn it. Because somebody...
Come on, Tokyo Toe.
I know Arnie's like Tokyo Toe is gonna be our water boy. You can do it. You can do it. I know, bro.
You're about to be the towel guy.
At this point, well, hopefully they can turn it around, bro. Because that was a pretty fucking awful showing, bro. I don't know. And Matt Gay, he's slightly better, but not a whole lot of improvement, bro. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the kicker position, and you never know. We might get a signing before week 1. Yeah, but I don't know what the market is out there for like a kicker, bro.
We're gonna get Matt straight.
Yeah, I know. Then you got everybody fucking wanting Daniel Carlson back. But bring back Daniel Carlson.
Go get Jake Moody.
There you go. Go get Jake Moody. Oh man, that's funny. But real quick, again, appreciate you guys pulling up and tapping in with us on this Monday night. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit the subscribe on all the channels you see here. Again, my guy Primos at Raider Primos, and then Will at Silver and Black Radio Podcast. And then you already know me. I'm just Raiders, baby. That's how we do. Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys pulling up and tapping in. Shout out to my guy G Fam. He's like, buy merch at the JRB store. I got the Brock Bowers Up and Smoke Tea. Get yours now. Let me know. I got the sizes from medium to Bobo Chonchis. I got you covered. I don't have Uber Chonchis. Hey, I'm right there with you, bro. And, I just did not make enough of those, bro. But I got medium to 2XL. So let me know. Hit me up. The jrbstore.com. I appreciate you, my guy, posting that up. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Arnie says he wants to see Brown wide receiver with Mendoza and AOC. I don't know if that necessarily would happen, but it might. I think that Brown will probably get burned with AOC. I don't think it's going to be necessary with Mendoza, even though he is a vet. I'm just trying to go ahead and go through a couple questions here. Humber says, you have to remember we are building a team here. 2026 is about stopping the bleeding, then starting the healing. 2027 is a real earliest hope for a
100%.
great season. I don't know about great, but a good season, like a really good, solid season where we're like, all right, we look way fucking better than we did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be able to say that for sure. Like 85 says, Waterboy in the NFL probably gets paid better than a UDFA kicker. Why not be a bad option? Hey, bro, I'll take fucking Waterboy. I'll take fucking towel cleaner at this. Yeah, bro, I just want to be in the building. I don't give a fuck. Just pay me whatever, bro.
And let me get as much swag as I can. Yo, and let me get as much swag as I can for free.
Exactly. I want to get compensated with I'll put it on the contract, like, give me fucking Raider merch. Unlimited. As much as I want. That's it. Like,
bro, you go on the Raider image and just buy the whole store.
Yeah, bro, but like they cap me, they're like, all right, cool. You get like 10 items per month. I'll be fuck yeah, bro. But I get like unlimited, bro. So next month I'll get 10 more. But fuck yeah, bro.
Like that.
Got you. Hell yeah, bro. That in itself is like worth the fucking the trouble. But yeah, man. Shout out to Hummer. He says the problem is the D line and CBs need to stall in the early pass until they get their corners, and D line need to get early pressure on the quarterback. The of them have it together. Yeah. So just kind of just kind of the way they're running it. Again, it's something very simple and plain, not going to show anything crazy. I think once we start getting into the real scheming of it, we're going to have more opportunities. But right now, again, they're just trying to go ahead and evaluate the talent that is there. See what we have and see who. Remember, we're at what 92, 91 players right now, so we got to trim that fucking down to 53, y'all. 53. Yeah. So almost half have to go. We can't keep everybody. We can only keep like 20, 22 players on practice squad, something like that. I'm not sure. It's not a whole lot. Nope. I think it's like 25, I want to say.
I think something it's 22, like you said.
Like 22? I want to say 22. I'm probably wrong. Yeah. If y'all know, correct me. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's 22. So, yeah. So this, like, we can't keep everybody. So we gotta trim the fat, as they say. So it has to come from somewhere. So yeah, sometimes it's not gonna look pretty, but yeah, man. Other than that, let's see here, real quick.
He just go mute.
Yeah, he went mute. Hey, it's 17 players that are on a practice squad, by the way.
Oh, 17. Oh, my mic went out. Ooh.
Yeah.
Players? Okay, so there you go. 17 players. That's
it says 16 standard, 10 young players, and 6 veteran players.
Okay. So see, even that has a limit. So not everybody's gonna be able to find a home here. So we gotta definitely cut that down. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and then talk about as far as upcoming shows. We got our post-game reaction show that we're going to be tapping in on Thursday. So make sure you guys go ahead and pull up for that one. We're going to be back on the screen together again forever, forever, ever. There you
Hell
go.
no! At this rate, with that move, fuck, me and Raider Primos might have to move on.
Hey, don't worry, bro. YouTube is probably gonna make me cut it out, so you don't have to hear it. They'll be like, "You're infringing on the rights of that song." I
They're
forgot who
like,
sang that song.
"Are you so bad? You so bad? We gonna pay you to take it down?"
Are they paying me more, bro? They'll take money away from it. We're gonna take your money if you don't take it down. That's what they're gonna do, bro. They ain't gonna pay me. I wish, bro. If I can sing bad the whole time. Yeah, we were just talking about that backstage, bro. Like back in the day when you used to like record your fucking voicemail. Some people still do. I just have the fucking
With some R&B music.
Yeah, some R&B music and just fucking sing into the phone, bro. I got a funny story about that. I'll share that on the other podcast, but yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and pull up to the post game reaction show on Thursday. We can go 30 minutes after the game is over, and then if there's any pressers going on, you already know. Just we're gonna go ahead and play that for y'all. So make sure you guys stay tapped in. I might do a pregame show that day. I do not know as of yet. I'll probably decide on that in the next day or so. But make sure you guys go ahead and turn on notifications so that way you guys be in the know about that one. I'm going to be doing a Good Morning Raiders this Saturday coming up. Make sure you guys go ahead and tap in for that. I may or may not have a guest. So, again, turn on your notifications for that one. For you guys, what do you guys have going on the rest of the week? Because you already know they didn't know already. You're coming on with me on Thursday, so what about tomorrow? What about Wednesday? What about the day after the game?
Hey, Wednesday, Primo's preview. Just previewing the Texans Raiders, going in depth. Going based. Sorry, bro, my cat is over here getting my attention.
You're good. Big Luck is like recording Sunday night slow jam. There you go, fucking the Art Laveau. Hey, rest in peace.
Get him
Art
in the
Laveau.
studio right now.
Yeah, bro. I
Yeah,
can't do one, bro. I can't remember the song.
Shit.
No, but
Yeah,
yeah, just
fucking
Primo
total
preview,
beat,
just
bro.
previewing Texans and Raiders, and just giving my thoughts on the game. And really, like you said, Jay, not really tripping about a score. We're really just gonna preview the players to watch and what players we want, or I believe that should have a big game. And yeah, just about that, just doing that, and then probably see you guys Thursday.
Tuesday. Okay, cool.
Tuesday.
Well, Tuesday.
All right, man. Y'all know what it is. Tomorrow night, we're going to be live with the most notorious podcast. It's going to be myself, my boy Cheeto Linus, the world famous Hollywood Raider Jeff. You know,
World
then
famous.
we got, hey, world famous. Get it
CBS
right,
certified. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Put
sir.
some respect on that name.
Hey, then we got our boy LB Raider 10 joining us, man, and we're going to be all together, man. We'll be live at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then on Thursday, you guys already know, hey, Silver and Black Radio Podcast is joining up with Raiders Unleashed because the games are going. So,
Again,
hey,
I didn't know you were doing a show with fucking Rebel, dog.
yeah. Hey. So, I mean, like, we'll be joining up again. We'll have the crew just show up, and we'll be doing the live show with you guys 30 minutes after. Then, shoot. And then guess what? Back, baby. Next Monday, we're going to be back here on Raiders Unfiltered, and we just going to get it in.
Okay. There you go. I don't know, bro. I just you're on the right show. You're a rebel, bro.
Hey, wait a minute. I had to think about that when you called me a rebel, and I said, "What the fuck is he? Oh shit!"
I didn't know you were going to rebel, dog.
Hey, I was like, it's unfair. Hey, I think if I do that shit,
rebel,
like,
bro.
I do that 3 times. I do that 3 times a week just to piss off Jay.
No, you don't. You literally was like, you believe what he said, bro.
I do.
Stop
bro.
it. You're like Raiders Unleashed. I'm like, okay.
Well, Raiders Unfiltered. Y'all know what it is.
Show.
Hey, y'all know what, man. Then we back here on Monday.
Much love to my boy, Ro. Make sure you guys go ahead and head on over and give him a follow for sure. Shout out to my dude over there, man. I gotta link up with that dude for sure. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. That's what we got going on for the next few days. So we got things coming up. Make sure you guys go also be aware for that hot content dropping. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out my new show, No Effing Way, on YouTube. That is the other channel. Just did the UFC 330 Fight Pal, and then dropping some shorts on there. So if you guys are into MMA or into combat sports, prize fighting, boxing, everything in between, hit up No Effing Way, and then I'd be talking about some other crazy shit. You already know me. I'm fucking off the wall, y'all. So if you want to hear some funny shit funny off the wall shit, check that out. No Effing Way. But yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun on Saturday. It was cool, man. Did the damn thing. So, and I had to I broke news. That was fucking crazy. I was like, what? Somebody retired in the ring and on the cage. So I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
What the heck?
He said, shout out
Yeah.
to the field shields.
Okay, there you go. That's what's up. To Clarissa Shields. All right. But other than that is it for y'all. Again, appreciate you guys. Make sure, again, hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way out, y'all, on all the channels. But that is it for us this evening. We'll be back on Thursday for that post-game reaction show. We're coming at you raw, unfiltered, and always, always dirty, baby, because that's how we do. We dirty motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. Pause if necessary. But all right, y'all. That is it for us. Thank you guys for joining us. Gentlemen, it's always fun. We always have a blast. So
We do.
We'll see y'all on Thursday. Until then, y'all, always remember, just Raiders, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that
Great night.
outro. Great night, y'all. Have a great night.
J-Raider, the creator with the killer content, hot takes and the dope.